Well, we saw a lot of celebrating after the news broke that Maduro was captured. Many of those celebrations were by people who lived in fear under Maduro's reign, some of them so fearful that they escaped to Chicago. And our Sabrina Franza is here with more on that. You have their perspectives because I know you cover the influx of so many Venezuelans to Chicago extensively over the last few years.
Yeah, this all started back in 2022, Marie. Chicago, they felt that refugee crisis very, very deeply. Over 50,000 people resettled in our city between August 22nd and December of 2024. Many of those people were from Venezuela and are still here. And right now, it's not clear what will happen to many of their cases.
After years of waiting, this Venezuelan man who asked we keep them anonymous was scheduled to become an American citizen in December. His appointment, we're told, was canceled just a week prior without explanation.
They will be being harder to justify, because there was, it's a different regime. How you justify now that you are getting, persecuted by Maduro? It's a different regime now.
Dr. Jose Balboa, a Venezuelan American, just became a U.S. citizen himself in July. He knows the gentleman we just told you about and other asylum seekers in the same boat. Last month, CBS News reported that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services began halting immigration cases, including citizenship ceremonies, for nationals of over a dozen countries, including Venezuela. But some from the country worry it's more unstable than ever.
What would happen if all of those people who had temporary protective status or have a pending asylum case in the U.S. because they came here, say, in 2022, when we saw that wave of immigration arrive, what would happen if those people were sent back to Venezuela tomorrow?
Oh, well, will be a bloodbath. The dictatorship is still intact. Only Maduro and his wife are here.
Others feel Maduro's removal is cause for celebration, though a new government has not been solidified.
This is a huge first step, and I have the hopes that the next steps are going to go to that end that we are hoping to be.
Vlad Moreno became a U.S. citizen in 2023 after years of waiting.
We are hoping to be that is the freedom and democracy in Venezuela. We're going to be able to have a country to come back and feel free.
Marie, in an interview over the weekend, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, she mentioned that every person with temporary protected status can apply for refugee status, but there was a lot of confusion about that because then later on a post on X, her department, DHS, they said that isn't true. So all of this, we'll have to watch how it unfolds. And that's actually how they're saying Venezuelans can go home now to the country that they love. They're arguing that since Maduro is gone, that it is okay for them to go back.
And it'll be interesting, I see, we talked about next steps. Will that ultimately push more people to return to Venezuela? We will see. Sabrina, thank you so much.